I don't think I've used a potion of invisibility, so I wonder if your name tag disappears too. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Oh no. She was AFK and then she just got back. Oh no! She must have seen the carrot. Like, she had to see the carrot. Oh no, she's sneaking around. She knows! She knows! No! No! Ooh, sneaky waffle, sneaky waffle. No! He's on me! No! He already seen me. This big old floating dragon head. I thought I put it back.
Maybe you picked up another one because I just got some of them out. I don't know.
No, he sees me. You know. For this, I might not even have to be invisible. He might just not spot me at all. Oh no! No, does he see the particles? He sees the particles. Oh no! He sees them. Oh no! 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 Yeah, I've got to get out of here before he spots me. Hello, I'm WaffleStick. Welcome back to the WayStone Season 4, Episode 29. It's been about 2 weeks since that previous episode. Unfortunately, I've been running into a lot of mandatory overtime, but I get to finally relax in the world of Minecraft and work on a project over at base today. A rather bigger one. You know, like this one. I messed up a little bit and I had to go further in. And now I have a big watery mess, and I had moved my beacon. I have no clue where it's at. It's a mess right now, but I'd like to get it all cleaned up. That would be 3 of the 4 panels done. It would be doing a pumpkin and melon farm right in there, so we can have some materials to trade with, which I don't know how long it's going to be until 1.14 comes out and that sort of becomes nulled, because I don't think villagers will keep their trades once that update comes out. I'll have to do more research on it. I haven't even really looked into the 1.14 version. So a lot of people are really excited about it. I'm not like incredibly excited about it because, you know, some things are changing. It's going to be nice for the RP aspect. For the people who like to do farms and stuff, though, I think iron farms are going to get slightly nerfed unless that system kind of pans out for us or someone comes up with a viable design. And I think villager trading is just going to be awkward. It's going to take more effort. You're going to be able to do the same things. I don't know how that's going to go. So I'm kind of looking forward to like the candy update. Like, it's got the candy, you know, stuff to it. Looks prettier and might be a little bit funner to play for survival aspect. But we'll see how it goes when it's pushed out. We'll see. We'll go from there. Okay, so I got to find my beacon and I need to go over to spawn to check all my shops because obviously it's been 2 weeks. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, in that previous 2 weeks, someone's been working on another hub. Now, I think it's Nergath, using the WayStone logo for the color coding around the tunnels. I think it looks really nice. I don't know what the final result's going to look like, but man, I'm pretty impressed with the size and scale of this nether hub. It's pretty convenient, and it's big enough to do some decorations in, so I'm excited to see what the final results are going to be. Since the previous episode, I had done some off-camera work. I done this slime tunnel. So this is to the slime farm. It's pretty close to spawn, so it's right here if we need to swoop on over. And I had built a tunnel going into the nether, because you never know when you're going to have to march down there and grab some odd resource, like nether wart or even gas tiers. It's easy access from the nether hub, instead of having climbed down that stupid ladder. Yeah, I thought I'd done a workstation in this corner. Is it still there? Do we have to break this? Yeah. I got so tired of all the mess that I reorganized everything. It's all in place, and here if we ever need it. So that's good to know, just in case. I might need something like netherrack. Gratuitous amounts of it. Ooh, now this looks nice. Turned on a clear water resource pack, and I can clearly see all of my fish now. I can admire that dance sequence that they've been doing over and over again for like the last minute or so. And I found Nemo. No more finding Nemo. I thought I seen another Nemo in here. Like, what's up with that? Yeah, well, what's going on back there? That's some shady business. So, unfortunately, I didn't pull any diamonds from my cells, but I did pull some from the inner chest, because apparently there is a new shop in town. Oh, X Regulus's new shop. X's Ice Shop. I only have ice for you. Well, let's see what we've got. We've got packed ice. That's nice. 2 diamonds per stack. And blue ice. You don't see this very often. That's 5 diamonds per stack. So that should be fun to mess around with. Just in case, you know, I don't have to run over to the ice spikes biome. There's some other stuff up. The ice are the window to the soul. I see you. That's a good one. I see you. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm liking this. Do you realize you have the most beautiful eyes? Oh man, that's a good one. That one got me. Don't put anything sharp in your eyes. Yeah, that's true. Eye puns. You gotta love them. I wonder how long I could get away with this. Is he gonna see the particles? I didn't get a hex yet, so I feel like it was his turn. So let's see if he notices changes. Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna see the flower. Did you notice the flower? I don't think he noticed the flower being placed. That's awesome. Oh, I left the game. That's awesome though. He'll be back. I think he's just referencing this creative world. Let's put a yellow flower right there. And when he comes back, we'll see if he notices it or not. You gonna notice this? Surely he noticed that one. Surely he noticed. He didn't notice! We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna take this. Okay, at this point, if you're not typing in chat, like, I will be shocked. This cat's gotta be a little bit closer to you. Oh no! Oh no! Nice. Without even being spotted. I'm a ninja, and that's the reason I love WayStone. Everyone is your guinea pig. Okay, back to work. Let's get all this light blue terracotta in. And ta-da! It is all done, all filled in. I even got my module marked out. There's gonna be 2 modules. Utilizing mine carts, which I'm a little bit iffy about because I don't want to unload the chunk, and that messes up. So I'm thinking about wiring that into the daylight sensor that's going to be going into this farm. I don't even know how effective these farms are with daylight sensors. I don't think I'm getting a lot of production when it comes to sugarcane, for example. So let's check that one out because that's the only one running on a daylight sensor. I don't think I'm getting a lot, like barely any. But I have not AFK'd over here at all. So if I were to AFK over here overnight, then I would have a lot more sugarcane. I might do that tonight. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll up this time lapse and get this done. For once in my lifetime, I forgot to press record, so you didn't see the implementation of the second module. But you seen the construction of the first module. I didn't get you this time. I know you like those time lapses. I know you don't. Let's just make that clear. It's not very interesting. But yeah, it's much better than me trying to fumble my way through a farm build. So I apologize if you don't like time lapses. Let me know if you don't, because I can probably change that. Can make it more of a build process. But yes, we've got the Il Mango farm. I guess this is pretty common in the Minecraft community. I thought to go with a very common farm because the rest of them, it seems like, you know, they're pretty common, pretty efficient. They're not experimental like I would normally do. But we do have a pretty experimental circuit. I mean, this is just a mess. I look at something nice and concise like this, and I look at my work, and I'm like, wow, what is this pile of garbage over here in the corner? Yeah, a few different circuits. So we've got this dropper circuit, which is really nice. It makes use of observers. I think Pixel Riffs had brought it to my attention. One day I was looking through. And then I spotted it in the quad slime farm that I had built. So that's nice. And then here's the dump system. That's where the minecarts come in. This is a self-implemented power off system. Yeah, we've got a lever like over here. Let's see if I can see it. You see it down there? You barely see it. This will shut off the farm entirely. So you don't have to worry about those hopper minecarts going around getting stuck whenever the chunks are unloaded. I don't know how to properly implement this. I think I'm going to do like a whole different segment for shut off switches when it comes to all these farms, including my Guardian farm too. May have to rewire and go underneath and then come up to shut that one off. This one is probably the most interesting circuit of this whole farm. This is super cool. It's a silent hopper clock. Yeah, and I think it's originally timed for 4 minutes. I lowered the time output so that we can get more production. But this is super cool. It's really neat. I love that. Yeah, for all of the technical junkies, that's kind of what I went through. Not very impressive, but it will get the job done, and we are getting plenty of pumpkin and melons. I mean, just look at that inventory, man. It's not been too long. You didn't notice it in the background? I was doing some off-camera work. Yeah, that stretches all the way off to the frontier island. And I picked up a farmer. Hey, we need something to trade with right there in our output. So all of our melon and pumpkins get outputted into these chest segments. And here is the villager right in the center. So I could trade with him. Hey, good sir, I've got a bunch of melons for you. And now I've got a bunch of pumpkins for you. Hey, emeralds for days, man. We're gonna make that emerald beacon. We gotta catch up with Lifter. But that's all in place. And now we have ourselves a pumpkin and melon farm. Delicious. Now it's time for the fun part. Getting rid of all these slime blocks. Oh boy. It's so fun. How did you guess? I'm still going. Dirt block for respect. Yeah. Another edition of Waffle's wise words. Don't chase creepers, especially if they're in your builds. Or, yeah. I have to patch that thing up later. Oh, there's another creeper. Great. I'm just going to avoid him. I'm going to take my own advice and not chase him. It seems like a bad idea. I mean, could you imagine like a freaking zombie or creeper blowing up my villager over at my base? That would totally suck. I'd have to build that whole system again. Man, this thing really grows on me. My first impression was very sour when it came to the windmill build, because I'm not really a big fan of them. A lot of people do them in the community, and I just kind of stray away from, you know, what people do for the norm. I try to, unless it's like a farm design or something. But man, that just places well. It fits so well. I really like how it's just combined and kind of built together rather than separate builds. It just makes it even better. And our last portion of the canvas, this island, I've got to build something on it. I think it's going to be more of a personal residence island, just so I can keep all my stuff stored here that I use on this island or anything outside of the perimeter of my base. So here we are. This last island, pretty good. I mean, we've done a lot on this island. I might still want to do a couple of bigger builds on the main island, just to fill it in more, because it seems, you know, somewhat desolate and spaced out. I don't know. Might need some ideas for that. Some people gave me some ideas for like the smaller builds, but I think I would like a bigger build too. I actually had a couple of things in mind that I want to keep to myself until we do work on it. But not. We got it all cleaned up. Now we just gotta get that panel in and we will be done with this stupid farm. Oh boy, I was going to upload this episode last weekend, but I had some stuff to come up, so time constraints and scheduling have been really messing with me. And thankfully, I've got my time back so we can go to a more normal basis. And I had a full week to complete this farm, make sure everything was tweaked correctly. Everything is finished in it. I did change a couple of things. I just noticed this whole row of item sorting is complete. So we could go to the other side now whenever we introduce a farm into this area. But let me just show you this tweak I made. It's just a hopper clock. I mean, I had that silent timer, and it was messing up because I think of my own adjustments, trying to make it a little bit faster. But the hopper clock works just as well because we don't have to worry about it making noise. We're so far away from it. To get in here, I have to go through my item transportation system and then just kind of float up and hope to hit that. And of course, if I miss it, I've got to keep interpearling or continue upwards through the system and then come out the other ends. It's a real pain. But the question is, have you ever wondered what it's like to be an item going through a transportation system? I just spit right out. We get items sorted. I'm a bit embarrassed to confess. It took me like 3 attempts to get that right. So I cycled through my storage system 3 times before I got back into here. But this is the new circuit. Nothing much to it. Just got the standard etho hopper clock, hard power output so that we could stop that whenever we want, and that will pause the minecarts. And that way we will not have these pistons constantly firing and crushing our pumpkin and melons. Because we don't want those entities just laying there as the farm is shut off. No. Oh, generate lag like no one else's business. I got a silk touch. I could have just done this to begin with. Wow. Did I seriously go through all that just for this? So right across from my tunnel is Captain Irony's tunnel, the network administrator. It doesn't get much camera time because he doesn't record anything. He just manages the server. And me and Hex were over here last weekend touring around looking for builds that we haven't seen. And I spotted one in Captain Irony's area that gave me a lot of nostalgia. Now check this out. We're going to go through the portal, pop into a savanna biome. He's got a nice decoration for his tunnel. Probably need to sleep real quick. Whoa, what is going on here? This is an infestation of zombie pigmen. Now, speaking of nostalgia, check this out. Oh, the Groova Farm, it's back. WayStone Season 4, it's like a big flashback to Season 3. This is crazy. It's got all the timing circuit in it and everything. And I've got this new overlay pattern for the dispensers. That looks pretty cool. It makes it look very mechanical. It's kind of weird to see this in default textures instead of 32 by 32. So maybe if this thing is operational, I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked at the villagers or anything. We might be getting a lot of iron. Who knows? I mean, it's going right now. Is it on a lever? No, it's on a button, right? I mean, there should be a button right there. So you could reset the whole farm, and it will restack those villages. But hey, I just thought I'd show this off. It's like a blast from the past. Something's going on up there. He's got all kinds of stuff. I see Captain Irony more as a technical player. So like a lot of his farms and stuff is what pops up. Not necessarily a lot of builds. He's even got an iron farm right there that he had built in the beginning of the season. It's kind of a neat throwback to see some of this stuff. As Hex had said, it's a bit ironic that Captain Irony is building a bunch of iron farms. Gotta say I agree. But I think that's going to be about it for today's episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode. Have a fantastic day.